Hello everyone, welcome to Take Assist. This is Aman. This is first video of VBA and macro series. So let us start. Let us go with introduction today. We will see what is VBA, why to learn this, and in coming videos we will see everything in detail. Okay, so let us see what we have in slide. So before we start learning VBA, macro, all these things, let us be familiar with VBA and macro word because these two words are mostly used in the mostly interchanged in language. So some people will say VBA, some people will say macro, but what is correct? I would also say this can be interchanged, but I would recommend you to use macro. Why? That we will see. So VBA is something, is an interface that allow you to write some codes, and the piece of code you write in VBA interface, that is called macro. Okay, so if you're referring to some code, then you have to say the macro, and if you are referring to the interface where you can write the macro, you can write the code, then you will say VBA. Okay, so VBA stands for Visual Basic of Interface. It's just an interface to write the code, and the piece of code you write in VBA interface is called macro. Okay, enough. So let us move next. We will see in action as well, on interface as well for VBA and macro. But let us see what we have in next slide. Okay, so prerequisite to this series, who are recommended to go for this series is the very most important thing is that you have will to learn, that I have written in red. So the basic prerequisite are you have to have knowledge of basic Excel, other MS Office tool like MS Word primarily, uh, PowerPoint not necessarily, but MS Excel and Word you should have some basic knowledge. Then it is right time to start learning macro, and yeah, the most important thing is that you have to have the will to learn, you have to have consistency to learn. uh, then only means you can succeed this. Okay, so let us see next, why learn macro. So once you start learning, you will see there are a lot of things we can do. If you are regular Excel user, if you are regular MS Office user, if you have to create a number of files, folders in a day, uh, in in some logical manner, and everything you are doing it manually, okay, then this course will help you, and you will understand that why you were doing everything, all those things manually. So why we learn macro? So if you learn the macro, you can automate your MS Office routine work. Okay, let's say you are creating, getting data from some other Excel file, multiple Excel file, and you are preparing some kind of table, and you are sending email to someone. So all those things you do not have to do it manually. You do not have to do same thing on daily basis. So you can just write some of the codes, and you can actually automate this. So next day, next time, you just have to click on a button, and everything will be done in few seconds only. Okay, so this will be time savior as well, and of course a lot of learning here. So you can in learning macro, you can deal with files and folders. Like you have to create files, you have to create folders, you have to look through folders and rename those folders. All those things you can do it here. You can automate notepad as well. So let's say you have to create a log, you have to create logs, so you can write logs in notepad. So you can create notepad, you can append a notepad, you can delete notepad content, you can read notepad files, all those things you can do. You can do web scraping as well. You can launch any website on Internet Explorer. You can go to different pages. You can extract the data. You can analyze the data. All those things you can do in Excel macro. Okay, what's we have mentioned. Okay, so this is all we have in introduction. So just before I wrap up, like I said, to show you the VBA interface. So let me just show you one interface. How does it actually look like? And we will see in detail in coming videos. So here you see, this is the interface where you can have some code, and you can see you have some output. This is very basic thing, but we will see in detail in coming videos. Thank you. Signing off.